The iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max. New design. Heat-forged aluminium unibody design. No more titanium. Okay, so this aluminium is supposed to make it more durable because it's unibody. It's supposed to also make it lighter. First question, are you bothered that there's no titanium?
No. Actually, for me, when I held it, no. Actually, what's kind of cool is it kind of gave me that like retro feel when I held it in my hand.
Yeah.
You know how like the iPhone 8 used to feel like with the it just still felt so solid though. And I like the design actually. I'm actually really digging it. And that cosmic orange is, that's...
Yeah.
That's a striking color. So we've got the cosmic orange, which kind of reminds me of the Apple Watch Ultra band that it was.
Yeah.
You know, the one that Samsung blatantly copied. So we've got that cosmic orange. So you've got a good combination there. The deep blue is nice.
Yes, it is.
And the silver, all right?
Sorry, man. No black.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, right?
Yeah. But then again, I think maybe they're saving that for the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, like, if you look at the design of the iPhones, you know, they keep it for a few generations. So now that we've got this fresh new design for the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max, I think it's going to stay for a while. So we're going to get the new colors. I'm sure there's going to be like and I'm just predicting this, it's going to be like a full-on black, like a, not even a space black, but like a, you know, black.
I mean, we shall see, though. We shall see.
One of the key things is with the redesign is they've been able to fit in a bigger battery. So you've got up to 39 hours of video playback. And you've also got a...
vapor chamber.
That's the whole...
Yes.
That's your area.
I mean, it's exciting to see because Apple talked about how this vapor chamber is specifically designed for the Pros and Pro Max, and also giving 40% reduction in, I believe, in temperature increases compared to the previous iPhones. So as gamers, like that is huge. That is a huge thing because I know my audience, they love to play games on their mobile devices for hours, and it's like, okay, can we get something that will ease that whole, just expenditure of power in heat? And I think this might be it. So people are probably going to be excited about that. Plus, again, video recording. Think about that too.
Yeah.
They record it in 4K 60, 4K 120.
S-Log.
Exactly. So that's also going to help with heat dissipation and charging as well.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting design. We saw a lot of models being leaked and stuff, but I mean, I guess when you see it in person, it's always different, isn't it? Like the finished model.
Yeah.
It is quite striking. I mean, the orange, I think I will go for the orange just purely because it stands out. And I was talking to Marquez about this earlier because he was debating which one to go with. And he was probably thinking like, potentially the dark blue. But I was like, the thing with the orange is it'll stand out in thumbnails.
Yeah.
Something that's very specific to us guys, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you're doing a video or something, it's like, hey, it stands out. So a very striking color. You're going to know you've got the new iPhone.
Yeah.
Because like last year when we went from the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max to the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max, we had the new Desert Titanium color, fair enough. But the other colors, I mean, they were slightly different, but they still had that same look. If you've got a new iPhone 17 Pro or Pro Max, you're going to know.
Oh,
you've
yes.
got a new iPhone 17 Pro or Pro Max.
And we've been complaining that there's not enough vibrancy or enough color in Pro models, and they did it.
I'm sure Fisher's going to be happy about this.
Oh,
He
no.
always complains about that.
He will
doesn't
be happy. Now, question for you guys.
Go on.
The cameras.
Okay.
The 3 rear cameras, triple 48 megapixels. You guys are the camera guys. Both of you do camera comparisons and all that stuff. So how do you feel about those cameras?
I think it's going to be great. Honestly, I think they kind of chose a perfect focal length because you got the 4X now, and then you have 8X with Fusion. And I think with the 40X, the max zoom, I think that if the quality's good, I'd rather have less zoom. Honestly, because you can go 100x, you can go crazy, but from what I saw and tested, it seemed like it was pretty legit, especially on the 8x.
It's interesting because when it comes to that extended zoom, we now have AI zoom with like the likes of the Pixel and Honor devices, which are pretty much faking that zoom. So it goes up to 40x. I've done a quick test of it. It's decent, right? But I think what's really going to be interesting is to obviously put it up against some of the competition. So watch out for the SuperSaf style camera comparison and also the super scientific camera comparison. Don't watch it.
Watch his first.
Yeah. You better watch mine first. But 56% larger sensor.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, like even when I've compared, and you can probably back this up, when I've compared the telephoto cameras of, say, for example, the S25 Ultra versus the iPhone, in good light, extended zoom, you've got a periscope zoom camera. It can extend quite a bit on the Samsung. But when it comes to low light, every time the iPhone wins, right? Because you just don't have that large of a sensor size. So it's good for good light, but as soon as you get into low light, and this is going to be now even better. So I am very excited to try out, in particular, the telephoto camera, but also you've got, the 48 megapixel primary, you've got the 48 megapixel ultra wide. So a nice camera package with the 18 megapixel center stage for the selfie camera. So there's a lot to try out there. And I'm sure you can agree with me, Danny. The only problem with all of these new features is it just makes our life harder when it comes to doing the camera comparisons.
There's more to test, man. But it's exciting at the same time, though.
Oh yeah,
because there's stuff 100%. That we've never seen before. So this is great.
Danny's just going to spend the whole next week at Disney, pretty much.
Any excuse to go to Disney.
Yeah. That might be true, and also maybe the vapor chambers will help there too, because it's hot still.
Oh yeah,
that is true.
Could help.
So Danny's just like, his kids probably think, oh, he's the best dad ever. All it takes is Disneyland, and it's like camera comparison.
So you got to work again? Come on.
He's always working. Your missus actually said, like, September, Techtember is kind of like no husband time because you don't get to see your husband.
That is so true.
And I'm like, all you twags can just chill.
You got to explain what twag is, because
I know, because so twags are the tech wives and girlfriends, right? So you know how you have the wags in footballers? We have our tech wives and girlfriends phrase. So they get a bit of away time from us, shall we say?
Yeah.
So we're going to be busy with this. Now, okay, displays haven't really changed. We've still got ProMotion. We've got Ceramic Shield 2, 3000 nits peak brightness, which is great on all of them. Batteries, bigger batteries on both the iPhone 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max. In particular, the Pro Max, which has the best battery life ever in an iPhone, up to 39 hours of video playback, right? My iPhone 16 Pro Max is currently on 31% because I've been using it so much today, right? But it's had good battery life. Yeah. So considering that this is going to be better than that, that's something I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, consistently every year, the iPhone is one of the top battery life devices out there, right? Especially the Pro Max.
Yep.
So with the bigger battery and the intentional bigger battery on this, because this is something they mentioned quite well during the press conference, I think we're going to see that along the way. At least for me on gaming, that is something where when you combine all the things together, you're going to see longer gameplay periods. You're going to see better use of the camera for longer periods of time. And I think for regular users, this is something where they might feel like their iPhone can last them through into the next day. We are power users. We can't necessarily use our usage for regular users, but I think they can probably see that the iPhone 17 Pro Max kind of pushes that limit for them, which I think would be great for a lot of people.
What's interesting is they said the eSIM version will have a slightly larger battery, 2 more hours of video playback, apparently.
I want to know how big that battery is.
Yeah, because the thing is, you know what, the SIM tray does take up space, right? Okay, now in the UK, we still get a SIM tray, unlike you guys, right? But now that it's going to have a slightly larger battery, then is that going to people going to be like, oh, you know what, I don't mind an eSIM now because I get slightly better battery life?
Yeah, I will give them props to it seems like they've also done some work on the eSIM in terms of making it just easier to transfer your numbers and stuff like that. On my 16 Pro Max, I use Google Fi, and I would say maybe a year ago, it was just annoying because you had to download the Google Fi app and do all these things. Now it was super fast, really quick. So I think a lot of people will make that switch just because it's easier now to do it. And also, when you're getting that extra juice as well, you're like...
We'll be talking a little bit more about eSIMs in a bit. But pricing, the iPhone 17 Pro now starts at $1,100, not $1,000. But it does come with 256 gigabytes of storage. So technically speaking, it's the same price.
Yeah.
Because now it starts with double storage. So if you compared the 16 Pro from last year with 256 and the 17 Pro from this year, it's the same price. And the Pro Max now has a 2 terabyte version too.
That's crazy. That 2 terabytes is...
What is your storage right now? I checked mine earlier. I'm about 750.
I'm on 9, almost at a terabyte. I literally hover on that. At 2 terabytes is mine. Like,
it's made for Danny.
I delete stuff all the time because I have like a ton of games on mine. So
is that it? Is that the only thing you delete?
You know what? Just keep quiet over there, man.
Well, now that you're a dad, that camera roll is going to fill up very, very fast.
Dude, I constantly upload. I have to upload storage. Like there's no other way. Because again, my son likes to, well, he's not running now, but he's crawling all over the place. So he's trying to escape us pretty much. The other day we caught him by the door trying to open the door. He can't walk, but he stood up and tried to open the door. I'm like, dude, come on.
Wherever he can escape.